6 at 3 on your TV, and
Yes.
welcome everybody. Hope you're doing well today.
I hope you're ready to start a happy hour.
Yeah, we are.
Starts at 3.
But we're always happy for that.
Yes. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Always talk to me
I
while
caught
I'm
you
drinking.
off guard.
Yes. Doing good. Doing good. You know, it's just a constant run, right?
Oh,
and then we get
yeah.
to sit back here and
Never stop.
enjoy it with you guys for a little bit, at least for the next 30 minutes or
Yes,
so. Right?
that's true. That's true.
Some goodies coming your way, some information that you may not have known about. We got some music coming up.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely some great music coming up from local artists too, so stand by for that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get on right into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not? So Jennifer Garner lets her kids experience some benign neglect. So the actress isn't a helicopter mom. She told Hoda Kotb and Jenna Bush Hager on NBC's Today Show that, quote, "I want to be around, but I also think it's okay if they suffer from a little bit of benign neglect. Their lives are their own, and I'm not trying to live their life. And I don't mind that they see that I love mine."
Well, a parenting coach said that Garner probably wasn't advocating for ignoring children's needs. Of course she wasn't. She believes that it was likely just a playful phrase that kind of offers an alternative to helicopter parenting. So what do you think about that?
Yeah. What do you think about that?
Well, I mean, my kids are adults now, and I'm sure I didn't do the right things as a parent. I know I didn't, as a matter of fact. But at the same time, everybody has their own different ways of parenting, right? You can be a helicopter parent. You can parent from a distance. I mean, look, are they clothed? Are they loved? Are they fed?
Yeah.
You know, have they got a roof under over their heads? Okay, then I think you're doing an okay job.
And that's a way of showing love.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. I think...
I didn't charge my kids rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think what she said is kind of relieving the pressure of parents. It's like nowadays it's so hard to be a parent. It's just a lot of things that we have to be following all these guidelines. I know, have you read this? Have you watched that? You have to, it's impossible to keep up with everything. And it's impossible to be a perfect parent. Nobody is. So I love what she said. It's like, okay, let's take a deep breath. And
Yeah.
it's okay to not be around your kids all the time, suffocating them.
Well, and you just brought up a really a nice little segment there too. Have to be in the know all the time, the constant information. Social media nowadays, we didn't have that when we were kids. You know, you had to wait on certain things. Now everything is so immediately and fast.
Right.
General population has the memory span of a goldfish now, unfortunately, because of that.
Yeah.
So I'm a really strong proponent of actually keeping social media out of kids' hands as long as you can.
I agree.
That's not helicopter parenting, by the way. I think that's more common sense. But
Yeah.
anyway, to each their own, all right? Moving on here to food now here. Most of us know we should eat more vegetables, right?
Right.
Fruits, grains, that would be me. Well, a new study highlights that with identical twins. The researchers at Stanford examined 22 sets of twins eating healthy food for 8 weeks, all right? They assigned one group a vegan diet, the other group food with animal products.
So both groups saw improved health outcomes, with the vegans faring a bit better.
Really?
So, experts say the study doesn't mean people need to eliminate animal products, but if it does, reinforce the health benefits of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains.
Okay. I like the way they do this, because if you've got twins, and specifically if you have identical twins, okay, and I think that would be the actual way to go, you know, instead of just, could be maternal twins or whatever. That would be really interesting to see, you know, which kind of fares better. But I am a little surprised that the vegans did slightly better than the meat eaters.
I get why would they do with twins, because the genetics are so similar.
Yeah.
But wouldn't we have the same outcomes if my sister and I did the same research?
Maybe not. Maybe not. I mean, you know, you're brought up differently. You've lived different lives now.
Yeah. Well,
And you don't have the same genetic makeup. You got some,
yeah.
obviously. Kind of a mixed match.
True.
I don't know. I'll be interested to see how much farther that goes.
Yeah, yeah. All right, moving on. So, toy maker Mattel is honoring the late Cherokee leader Wilma Mankiller with a Barbie doll. So, the Mankiller was the first female chief of major Native American tribe, leading the Cherokee Nation from 85 to 95.
So, the doll's gotten mixed reviews from Cherokee Nation citizens, including some who say that the doll looks nothing like Mankiller and that a written symbol on the box translates to chicken rather than the word Cherokee. Mattel, did you not do your studying on this? Mattel did not consult with the Cherokee Nation on the doll, by the way. That's kind of, yeah. You know what, if you're going to do it, go all out and do it and make sure that you've got everything.
Yeah.
Right. This really kind of, I've seen this before. People will get tattoos in different languages. Maybe it's Chinese or maybe it's some other language. And you think it means one thing and you have no idea. And somebody's written a completely different thing on your body.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think they do that in China and they write English words? Yeah. No, but come on now. Mattel, if you're going to do that, make sure that the doll gets right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Coming up, we're going to be talking about how mistakes can actually teach you, turn you into a big life lessons. That's coming up next right here on Mix It 3.
Well, welcome back. You might have seen her on Morning Mix. Now we are happy to welcome her on Mix at 3, comedian, talk show host, and licensed therapist, Poncere.
Hi, friends. Hi, friends. I'm so happy to be back. We have a new show. I'm loving it.
You don't have to get up as early now?
I know. I'm loving sleeping in. This is the last day of summer. Can you believe it?
I know. But I'm happy for it.
I am too.
Hottest July on record, hottest August on record.
Yes.
Keep your records.
Yes.
I don't want those. Don't break those.
I'm really anticipating the change in the temperature so I can start back going bike riding.
There you
I
go.
love it. I love it.
Okay, all right. And yeah, we can learn a lot about the summer and life lessons, but today we have a special one.
Yes.
Mistakes.
Yes, mistakes. We can't avoid them. We just can't avoid mistakes.
Right.
They're a part of the human experience.
Exactly.
It's a part of life.
Yep.
And I really thought that this would be a good topic to bring back. We discussed it at the top of the year. But since then, I've been making more mistakes. I've been making a lot of mistakes, and so have others. So I thought it would be something
She's honest.
cool. Yeah, at least I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be something cool to talk about and also to get other people's feedback on how they've been handling mistakes and getting some opportunity to meet people and talk about some of the mistakes that they've made.
Okay, so you asked your social media followers about this.
I did.
You picked a question.
I did.
You picked one.
I just picked one.
I mean, we had plenty to choose from.
We had plenty to choose from.
Okay.
So
lay it on.
So I asked some of our social media followers about mistakes that they have made and also let them know that, hey, tell me about your situation, and I'll give you my opinion on if that's a mistake, how you should handle that mistake. And one of our beautiful ladies on Facebook, she left a question, so I'm going to read it to you verbatim. Okay. It says, I matched with this guy on Facebook dating. We have a mutual friend. I met him and really liked him. I came on too strong, and because he wasn't ready and he wasn't getting over his past relationship, he stopped talking to me. It's been months, but I still haven't moved on. He said I was too extra and aggravating. Please, how do I fix my mistake?
You sure he said those words?
He said those words. He said those words. So, Cliff,
Yes.
I'm interested to know, do you think that this was a mistake on her part?
There's so many ways I could go with this. You know the saying, it's not me, it's not you, it's me? Sometimes it's you. But I'm not saying that's you to her. I'm not saying that at all.
You can't say that because I didn't say her name.
I didn't say that, exactly. I didn't say that at all. You can be too forward, yeah, absolutely. But I mean, that goes for men and women alike.
Okay.
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 And did I get a point? Where's the buzzer?
I don't know if this is a point. This is honestly, we're just having some open dialogue. What is your opinion? What is your opinion on this particular situation, Natalia?
I saw this the other day. Rejection is redirection.
I love that.
So,
I love that.
Girl, friend, yeah, if you are, move on.
Yes.
If he's not into you, just move on.
Ooh, yes. And I would go further and say that sometimes rejection is God's protection as well. So I've heard that
that's good. I
also.
like that.
So I'm going to try to really give an honest opinion on this situation, and I'm going to try to look at pieces of what she said. So first of all, thank you so much for sharing. I think it is a great question that you asked, and a very interesting situation, and a situation that happens to others as well. So it wasn't enough information for me to say that it actually was a mistake on her part.
Okay.
And I say that because it's her opinion that she might have been too strong that led to him not responding or stop talking to her. I would also say that maybe he wasn't ready. Maybe he wasn't ready for a serious relationship, or maybe he wasn't ready for the relationship that she desired. As she indicated, he had just come out of a relationship.
Right.
So I think it's important that sometimes when we're coming fresh out of a relationship, that we take some time to self-reflect and to maybe heal, because depending on what type of relationship it is, maybe you're coming out of an unhealthy relationship or a toxic relationship or an abusive relationship. Take the time to think about how you need to do things differently in relationships, what you value now, what your needs are, and if you're compatible for the person. So I would say, I'm not certain if it was a mistake. And when he said that you were too extra or that you were too aggravating, I would have asked him, can you be specific with what those behaviors are? Because there are sometimes, as you stated, we overshare.
Right.
Sometimes we are too forward.
Right.
Sometimes we overly commit, and those things can be off-putting. So the mistake that I think you could make is not giving yourself an opportunity to move forward and let love find you.
Or he was playing hard to get.
Yeah. We're going to make a full show out of
Yes,
this.
yes. We need a full show with this
I'm
one.
sad we ran out of time, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Good to see you. We'll have you back as well.
Yes, I'm coming back with more Ask Poncere questions.
All right.
All right, coming up, it's time to remember some of the best music performances we've had here on Mix at 3. After the break, your chance to check out the Surefires if you didn't catch them the first time. We got them coming up. You don't want to miss this. And our shows are always about highlighting local talent from our area. And these three define what real local talent is for you as well. We have Brooke Lundy along with J.C. Ward. They've both been playing separately for years now. Performing together as a duo of the Surefires. Keith Jenkins, no stranger to Augusta music too, playing with the James Brown Band and so much more. They are all three now together as the trio of the Surefires, and we are happy to have them here in the Mix Studios for Mix at 3.
Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
So, all right, the three of you guys met, part of a group, forming a charity event here. What made you decide to keep doing this? Who wants to take that one?
Well, she and I started playing together when somebody suggested that don't just be backup singers for Going South. You guys should get together and do a female duo, because there aren't a lot of females, represented around. So,
Right.
so that got us together, and we've never stopped ever since.
And
Played
then,
one night together and realized that it worked really well. So
we brought Keith along for the ride.
Absolutely.
To load gear.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
You got to have muscle.
Sometimes those steps up and down to the gigs are
Absolutely.
pretty steep. So what's the process of writing new music for you guys?
for me, I feel like it's different. I usually do it by myself. So I write the music and the lyrics at the same time. I know people do that differently, but I usually do it at the same time. What about you guys?
Yeah, a lot of times I'll do that as well. I play a little bit of guitar, sometimes. And so I'll write on guitar and could just come up with kind of a chord progression and then come up with some lyrics for that. Or it starts as a poem sometimes, and then I got to
Keith
put
loads
music
the
to
gear.
it. And Keith loads the gear.
Keith makes his music too. Come on.
Now,
Absolutely.
you played with James Brown, so what was it like?
It was kind of boring. We didn't really do a whole lot. No, it was amazing. It was just unbelievable. It was like everything that I could ever imagine doing by the time I was 21, and then it just went on for years, more and more, and so it was really fantastic.
Pretty cool.
So,
And you've been involved with Augusta Music and even a musical education for years in the area too.
I did it after Mr. Brown passed. I worked with his daughter with James Brown Academy of Music pupils. Did that for 7 years, and we did a lot too. We went to L.A. and New York and D.C. and Chicago and Atlanta and Orlando and Nashville. Played at the Ryman, so that was great. Just to get to work with kids and still play that music, you know, and so I did my bit.
Yeah.
Well, they're about to do their bit now too. Obviously, they've got the guitars here. This is original music.
It is.
From
It is.
Brooke.
This is. That's right. This
Let's
is
check it out. The Surefires.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4.
She doesn't have much use for roses. She's not one for romance. When she goes to the bars at night, she doesn't go to dance. She leaves behind her yesterdays like a long lost string of pearls. And everybody thinks she's just some old unsentimental girl, but they don't know how it was when she was young and so in love. They don't know how it tore apart her world. Broken vows, broken hearts, that's the way it always starts for an unsentimental girl. Well, he saw her last night walking the lonesome downtown lane, and when he stopped, she acted like she barely knew his name. No, she's not big on memories. Her walls are solid steel, and no one ever gets close enough to know just how she feels. No, they don't know how she tried and how a piece of her just died. They don't know how it tore apart her world. Broken vows, broken hearts, that's the way it always starts for an unsentimental girl. No, they don't know how it was when she was young and so in love. They don't know how it tore apart her world. Broken vows, broken hearts, that's the way it always starts for an unsentimental girl. For an unsentimental girl.
All right. Wow. London, Jesse Moore, and Keith Jenkins, the Surefires. Thank you guys so much.
Yes. Thank you.
End your week, please.
I know a person. Let me just check on that. We got a quick second here. Where can people follow the Surefires to keep up to date with where you guys are?
On Instagram and Facebook, it's just at the Surefires. So at the Surefires on either one of those platforms.
All right, we got that on the screen right now, too. All right, there you go. Coming up, we're going to show you how some savvy shoppers are repurposing their clothes. Mix It 3 will be right back after a quick break.
Well, savvy shoppers are turning something old into something new, and it's big business. Used clothing sales are expected to exceed $77 billion by 2025, more than double the amount from 4 years ago.
So Elise Preston shows us stores credit thrifty Gen Z buyers, the environment, and TikTok.
$30 and they're Gucci and they're fabulous and they're yes.
One person's trash is another person's trend.
I found Dior, I found lace, I found vintage Harley boots in my size, vintage Tommy Hilfiger, and of course Juicy Couture.
Thrifting TikTok, or Thrift Talk, boasts billions of views and counting. We tagged along with influencer Macy Elaney.
A really good thrift tip is to practice self-control.
She teaches her nearly 500,000 followers how to buy efficiently at thrift stores, estate sales, and yard sales. Her typical shopping trip is less than $40.
Growing up, I couldn't imagine that I would be able to afford pieces like that I looked through fashion magazines lusting over. And then I started going to the thrift store and realized that, oh my God, these items are here. It's not just a random track and field marathon t-shirt that someone donated years ago.
With some discounts of up to 90% off retail, attitudes about thrifting have changed, with secondhand goods now seen as better for your budget and the environment.
Why do you think there have been so many emerging consumers?
Yeah, I mean, it's really a generational shift in consumption. When you look at the young, they care about the planet, they care about sustainability, they care about making good choices for their futures.
Top fashion designers are also taking note of the trend. More than 120 retailers now resell their clothes. For Macy Elaney, fast fashion will never beat the thrill of the hunt.
It's been really
Elise Preston, CBS News, Los Angeles.
I couldn't agree more, to be personally honest.
Yeah, I mean, and we see here in Augusta some great thrift shops and stores, and people are people are buying more and more. So.
I thrift shopped all the time, and then I'll go ahead and recycle it, and I'll get some other older clothes.
Yeah.
I bet you can't even tell what was a thrift shop here on me right now.
There we go.
That's my point. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining us here today, guys. Hope you have a great rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you later.
All right, thanks for watching.